All right, so what's going on, guys? Today we're talking about why people won't change in the new year and why it usually happens. We're currently on a diking session right here, so we're gonna go dike while we talk. Dike is desk bike because it's a desk that I have this on, and we're on a bike, so dike. Anywho, so let's talk about it because when I was talking, I wasn't talking. I was writing to my sons earlier today, and so what I was telling them was about how the reason why people fall off on the new year. Because the thing is, people become accustomed to being like, I'm not going to start this thing until the new year comes. You know what? Like, I could do it tomorrow. No problem. I'll wait until tomorrow to do it. Right. And it's not a today problem. It's a tomorrow problem. You've probably heard multiple times these sayings. And the problem is people are motivated, right? It's a new year. Okay, boom, let me go to the gym. So they go to the gym and then they last until February 1st. Most of them drop off like as the month happens. And the reason why that is because they haven't built up the habit of the delayed gratification. Because naturally, the things that we love the most or strive for the most are the things that take some time, right? You're not going to build $1 billion business overnight. It's going to take 12 months, these days with AI and shit. But it's going to take some time, right? It's not going to be something that happens very fast like that. So most people are already accustomed to having it right away. And so now when they do the gym, a week goes by or a day goes by. And that day goes by, they don't see no change. They don't feel different. A week goes by, they don't feel change. They don't feel any different. A month goes by, they don't feel a change. They don't feel any different. And so they fall off naturally. And that's what's bound to happen because it's going to take really, if you have a really good program, okay, like 10 weeks, you could see some massive change. But for the most part, for the body that you really want, it's going to take 6 months to a year to have that change happen. And so people are not accustomed to waiting that long. And it's the same thing. It's like, okay, are you going to marry the person after dating them going on 3 dates? No, you're not going to marry the person after 3 dates. You're going to be like, okay, like, I actually really like you. Let's become a thing. Let's become boyfriend and girlfriend and see that goes. And some people that could last a year. Some people that could last years. And then they're like, okay, let's get married. Let's take the next step. But it takes time. You see, that's a lifetime worth of a relationship, if you will. I know some people might think differently. And honestly, in this day and age, it's pretty tough to like even think about that marriage situation, right? Because honestly, if I talked to my sons about this, I'm like, it's probably not worth it to you for you to get married. I'm married, but I would say no, only because of what I see in this day and age of what's happening, right? But it's like the habits are so uncomfortable and they're so uncomfortable for a long time because these are habits worthwhile. You might see, it's like a habit of reading a book. It's great, right? It's a good habit to have. If you read 10 pages and you do that consistently, it'll equate to you reading a lot more books than you expected. But the problem is it's so simple to do it that it's so simple not to do it all at the same time. So it's like, okay, like, I mean, it's just 10 pages. I could skip it today. And then tomorrow it's like, oh, I mean, it's not that big deal. I could skip it again. You already took that habit and threw it down the mud. And so the most important part is to figure out, well, first, you should put yourself in the environment, right? If you're looking to work out and lose weight, yeah, going to the gym is great. But going to like a more, excuse me, group specific setting where it's a program of like everybody in this program, maybe they're nerds, right? Maybe everybody in this program loves anime, they love Dragon Ball Z. So you already have something in common. All right, everybody here loves Dragon Ball Z. You're already indoctrinated into the culture because you've been watching Dragon Ball Z. And then now it's like we also work out. So it's an easy transition into that. But see, most of y'all are going in this without a partner, without somebody to help you move along. It's interesting how when you work out by yourself, it creates like a certain effect. But then you work out with a partner, and then it's like, nah, I gotta lift more weights. I gotta do more than what he's doing, right? And then you get that natural competition where it's like, oh, okay, you could do 25 for 10. Shit, I could do 25 for 10. Matter of fact, fuck you, I could do 30 for 10, right? And then it creates that back and forth where you naturally tend to push yourself more than what you would have originally done by yourself. And it allows you to push more because you have somebody there to be like, nah, you're being a bitch right now. And you could push more weight. And they could see that. And you're like, fuck it, I guess I could push more weight. I wouldn't do this by myself, but since you with me, bro, fuck it, I'll push more weight. And naturally, that's the problem. Is that the bros that we have around us, the people we have around us, the relationships we have around us really impact us in a major way that we're not willing to accept. Literally, it's life changing. It's like, okay, be with fat people. You could be the most brolic, fittest person, Mr. Olympia, bodybuilding champion. You around fat people all day, you're gonna be fat too. You're gonna go from your brolic self to your chubby self to your thickest self, right? And so naturally, that's what's going to happen. So if even though you could have all the habits, but you're messing up your environment, you're going to fall back into those same habits. You haven't put these triggers to a point where they don't exist anymore in your environment. It's like in this room, right? The reason why I'm diking is because it's here. There's a desk here. So I could be productive all at the same time. So naturally, if I'm speaking here for 20 minutes, I'm also pedaling for 20 minutes. Look at that, double whammy, all at the same time. And so if you could link up things of stuff that you don't like to do with stuff you like to do, and then like layer it up, it's called habit stacking, if you will. But if you could layer it up and stack the correct habits at the correct time, you'll be able to make a massive difference for yourself. But most of the times, you don't know how to properly put these habits together. And that's why you fall off because you think it's a tomorrow thing. Well, unfortunately, tomorrow's not guaranteed. We get lucky every time we wake up. It's like, oh shit, I woke up today. That's fantastic. Another day to live a little bit longer, enjoy life a little bit longer. And yet, most people are stuck in a cycle where it's like they expect tomorrow to come. They've gotten comfortable with tomorrow coming so much that they just like, okay, tomorrow's happening. So I'll just save it for tomorrow because tomorrow's happening. But are you guaranteed to wake up? You could have a heart attack when you're sleeping. You could get into a car accident that changes everything. And so you may have one direction and life pulls you a different way. Or life might be showing you the signs of which way to go, but you decide to ignore it. So at the end of the day, you're stuck in a cycle of your own choices. And in this world, we have so many choices, and that's why it makes it complicated. We have so many good choices and so many bad choices. It's like an equal fight, equal rights. Um, but it's an equal fight. So it's like no matter what, you could do the good and you could do the bad. It's just as enticing because both are attractive. One's attractive for the now, and one's attractive for the long term play. So really, the decision to make is: do you want to keep making short term decisions that allow you to enjoy the now, but then suffer in the future? Or do you want to make the long term decisions that make you suffer a little bit now, but it's more of a making you suffer until you love it type of thing? Because it's like you only love the bad food because that's what you're accustomed to. And then once you've been eating the good food for a little bit longer, like let's say 6 months, then it's like when you go back to eating the other food, you realize how empty it is and how not actually fulfilling that food is. But you don't know because you haven't stopped for a little bit and actually smell the roses, if you will. Most people are stuck in this eternal cycle of instant gratification, right? We're looking for that dopamine hit all the time, but dopamine is only part of the game, right? We have a whole bunch of other factors that are part of the game, but dopamine hit is the fastest thing to hit. And so you could hit that scrolling through social media, wasting some time. You could hit that by eating some good food, right? Or some junk food, if you will. And so the game is, yes, this is you're in a place where you have decisions to make. Now this is really the point where it either makes or breaks you. You could decide on a better future and make better decisions, or at least make more better choices than you make worse choices, or you could keep making the same decisions that you're making and living the same life you're living. If you want to stay the same, do nothing. If you want to change, do something else. And guess what? Naturally, I know change is stressful, and it always will be. Because at the end of the day, when I wake up tomorrow, I'm older than when I woke up today. And I will never get that back. So all we could do is be better today, and that's it. Just be better today. You cannot be better from yesterday. You can't bring those battles here. You can only be better today with whatever you have to deal with. But most people are so, again, living in the future and never really staying in the present to enjoy it. And so it's like, I'm missing out, I'm missing out, I'm missing out. But that's because you're not paying attention. You're not paying attention to the now. You're paying attention to the, okay, I'll be satisfied when I lose 100 pounds. Why not be like happy with yourself today and with the progress you're making today? Be happy that today, like, I hit my 10,000 steps. That's an accomplishment. It might be for you, right? And so when you compare yourself to everybody else, and it's like, once you see everybody else's lives, you've been behind for a long time, because there's always somebody better than you. There's always somebody smarter than you, stronger than you. In any occasion, there's somebody that's a tier above you, no matter how good you are. And so if you're comparing yourself to everybody, you'll be in a place where you'll never be satisfied. The objective really is to beat yourself every day. Be 1% better than you were the day before. That's the overall rule that you should be following. And with that mantra, you'll end up being so much better, unbelievably better. And you could apply that to every aspect, right? There's 5 aspects in life. You have your spiritual, your mental, your relationships, your health, and your money, right? Those are the 5. So if you can apply that 1% rule to all 5, of course, that's 5% better. But it's like, again, it's the small details, right? 1% out of 100% of wealth is insignificant in the short term scheme of things. But after a year, that's 365%. And so that's way better. But that's you taking the time, right, to build something worthy. Most people don't want to take the time to build something worthy because guess what? It takes time, it takes effort, it takes discipline to be that consistent. Being that consistent is like, it's like, fuck, I got to do that for 6 months in order to get the result I want. Or I could eat cake today. That'll make me happy today, right now, right? And yet, that's the cycle that we get caught in, that trap. You got to make habits that form for a lifetime, not habits that form for a moment. And so when you play this moment game, it's like moments are fickle. You're always going to look and be like, man, I didn't know I was living the good times when I was living the good times. I missed those days. Or you could live in the good times today, right now, right? And right now is the good times. So enjoy the good times. And guess what? You could have a horrible life. But if you're able to switch those negative experiences into positive experiences, that will change your life forever. Because now what you perceive is what you get. And that's an ultimate mindset shift. in overall life. And so you could change every aspect by just changing the way you see things. And so always remember, long-term thinking is going to be 1,000 times better than short-term thinking. The game is consistency. The game is living the lifestyle of whatever you want to become. Some of you might not want to become the most brolic person. That's cool, but you should be a healthy person. I think that's an overall goal for everybody to have health. So you should be healthy. Make that a priority, right? And whatever health is to you, which it could be you just being slim, skinny, not necessarily brolic, maybe toned, right? It may not be you having all these relationships. It may just be you having five really good ones, right? And so you got to figure this out for yourself. But this is more so a game of figuring out who you are yourself. And once you figure out who you are, you could then put the pieces together of who you want to become. Because you could choose who you are in this current moment. What type of person are you? Are you the type of person to work for somebody? Or are you the type of person to build the system? See, for me, it's like infinitely, I'm stuck in building my own systems because my mind just works that way. I'm always looking at different systems to implement, and I could go into basically any business. Ever since I was a kid, I could go into any business and see three things instantly that they could do better. That's normal to me, but it may not be normal to you. And so figure out thyself and what naturally, you know, pulls you. And then naturally, those are your superpowers, if you will. Some people wish they had superpowers. Well, you do. You just haven't noticed yours. Some people read way faster than me, and I'm like, shit, I want that ability. Well, I could hone that ability, can't I? I just I choose not to because it's my choice, just like it's your choice. You choose what you are. Oh man, I suck at driving, yo. Like every time I get in the car, I add another dent to the car. Okay, you could say that. Or you could say, man, like I can't believe like every day I drive, not only am I a fantastic driver, but people give me a honk and be like, hey, good job. That's another point of view that you could have. But instead, you want to focus on the negative, right? Make sure to have a better look on life. Because if you could see it, right, there's actually a thing. So your receptors, there's 11 million ish receptors. And give or take 10 million of those receptors are in your eyes. So if you could see it, then that's very powerful. You could become it. But if you don't see it, you will never become it. No matter if you win the lottery and boom, you see it for the moment, you get all that money, but because you didn't see yourself always having it and having the longevity of it, then you lose it all. Just like 80, 85% or whatever the number is of lottery winners. It's literally because a lot of people are short-term thinkers. And so best believe that if I win the lottery, I ain't gonna be like, hey, like, let me give you some money. Yeah, let me give you some money. Nah, you take care of yourself first. Make sure you're squared. And then it's like, okay, I'm whole. Make sure my wife's whole. Make sure my kids are whole. And then I branch out, maybe. But most people just wanna like blow the money all in that one shot. I'll blow the money all in one shot. But after that, I'm getting reoccurring income out the ass. Or passive, quote unquote, income out the ass. But again, back to it. New Year's habits are literally bullshit. You should, as soon as you realize the moment that you need to change your habits of what you're doing to a better one, you find a better way, you do the better way. You don't continue doing the same shit that you're doing. You change up what you're doing instantly. It's like, okay, boom, like I realized that if I drink if I drink my Celsius, as soon as I wake up, I'll just crash. Okay, and then I found a new way. Okay, if I wait 2 hours to drink the Celsius or whatever energy drink, then it lasts throughout the day. Okay, I'll say that for, the New Year's. That's what I'll do. At New Year's, then I'll stop changing, start, drinking my Celsius 2 hours after I wake up. It's like, no, you found a better way today. Change it now, right? You don't have to wait. Stop waiting on the perfect moment for change. The perfect moment for change is right now in this instant. So if you want to become whatever new person, become it. You're already that new person. As long as you decide to be that new person already. You could literally walk up, boom. All right, I'm that new me. Somebody call you out, hey, you want to smoke weed? Nah, man, that's not me. I don't do that shit no more. Hey, man, you want to go out clubbing? Nah, man, that's not me. I don't go clubbing no more. Hey, man, you want to go to the strip club? Nah, man, I don't go to the strip club no more. You could change today, not tomorrow, not in a year from now, not in a month from now, a week from now, a day from now. You could change right now in this instant, but only you have the power to decide. So decide.